Evening all, this is Simon, aka Hwyligan. This is the night after the first friendly of the season. Football is back, if it's ever really been away. We headed up to Pontypridd last night to watch David Hughes' first game in charge against the team that finished 5th in the Cymru South last season. We started with a strong lineup, so any fans of a trialist would have been disappointed. We had Wright in goal, Jenkins, Clark, Sanka and Glennon across the back, Smith, Whitmore, Greaves, and then Camwer, Reindorf, and our young starlet, Moses Alexander Walker. We started off, it was pretty much a training game. It was low intensity in the first half. It looked like it was the first time we played together and the first friendly of the season. It was a warm evening. I think that definitely had some effect. But I definitely think we'll try and keep the ball moving. From what I saw, we'll play the ball on the deck. We're not going to go to a more direct approach, I think, under David Hughes. Second half, we did pick it up. We made a few subs. One of those, Tom Davis, scored from close range after really good work from Alexander Walker to give us a deserved lead at the time. The intensity of the game then dropped a little once again, but then it picked up after Carney, who was a half-time replacement, had a Peter Enkelman moment from a fairly innocuous back pass from the unfortunate Sanka. He just lifted his foot to control the ball. It rolled underneath and trickled into the back of the net. So it was 1-1, and despite a lot of possession after that, we didn't really create much in the way of clear-cut chances. The game sort of petered out then, and ended 1-1. It was good to get minutes under the belt for most of the players. There were a few that missed out, I think, because of the game being on a 3G pitch, or was it 4G? I don't know. It was an artificial pitch anyway, and the likes of Baker Richardson and Patton weren't involved. I think presumably because they got twinges or knocks that wouldn't have been helped on a surface like that. So it was clear, from the way that we set up, we're going to try and get the ball forward and use the pace that we've got, particularly through Camwer and Alexander Walker when he plays. We'll look to play the ball out from the back, from what I saw, and this really suited Sanka and Warner. It was great to see Sanka back because he was really poorly treated last season after the Port Vale game when he was up against probably the best striker in the division in Jayden Stockley. And of course, that was the game where McLaughlin was injured early on. Two of his defensive partners in Brennan and Jameson was sent off. So he was really sort of left holding the baby or holding the fort. And I think we got unfairly treated after that game. But he looked really assured last night. Hopefully we'll see more of him. He looked really comfortable with the ball at his feet. And I think there's a good player there, and it was really pleasing to see him back. On a similar note or similar theme, Moses Alexander Walker picked up from where he left off against Tranmere Rovers. He was excellent. But like with Sanka last season, we need to look after these young players. He's a young man, he's inexperienced, and we need to look after him. And I think, fortunately, this season we've got a coach who's got experience in youth football. David Hughes was very vocal on the touchline, not in a sort of Coughlin, Flynn, even Rowbury type, very calm, but very talking the players through what he expected of them and where he needed them to be. Jack Norris came on again. He was given a lot of advice from David Hughes, but again it was interesting to see how he approached things from the touchline. And I think overall no injuries. It was a nice evening in the sunshine, and I think we've got a coach who seems to know what he wants us to do and the direction he wants to take us. Overall, I think after 90 minutes or one game, that'll do me for now. So yeah, thanks everybody, and up the county.